So I'm recording like this because I don't want to show y'all my hair yet, because what happened was, okay, so you can see my hair here really has grown a lot. It's looking kind of rough. The back, you can't even see my scalp for real. You can see some of the color that I already have, and that's the parts that I'm going to be lightening and also going to lighten the ends. So according to these instructions, I was trying to find it. That's why I was making that face, because everything I was looking at was in Spanish. And I'm just like, I don't understand. So then I was like, you know what? Let me open up the box. I forgot. Everything's inside, gloves, all that good stuff. I actually have my own gloves, which is good. Oh, and I had a shower cap and some extra developer, because the first time I did it, it didn't take. So I remember I needed extra developer to lighten it. So this is what it comes with. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see, guys. That's the developer. I was trying to look for the front of the bottle, but it was just a whole bunch of words. But that's the color. This right here is Mango Shea Butter Conditioner. Let me tell y'all, it has my hair smelling amazing. And it's day 2 as I'm finishing this up, and I still smell it. And it was so strong, it had my car lit with the fumes. It wasn't even bad, but it just smelled amazing. This is why I had my own gloves. Look at this. Look at this. Ridiculous. I'm glad my mom gave me my own gloves that fit my hand. Shout out to my mom. Because I'm like, the last time I did this, I didn't have gloves, and I used these big old things. When I say it was a mess, it was a mess. I don't even know why I'm making so many faces. I probably do this in real life on the constant, and I just don't even notice it until I watch the video back. And then I'm just like, Trusty, why are you doing that? That's probably why people be laughing so much when they're talking to me, because they always say I'm like the queen of facial expressions. I'm looking at the instructions, you guys, and I realized that I needed scissors because I have to cut the nozzle thing on top of the developer off to squirt the color out when I mix it. So I got my scissors, and I already put my gloves on, and I'm reading the instructions as I'm trying to prepare. And as I'm reading, I realize I gotta separate my hair because I'm not coloring at all. Okay, that's better. My gloves, I had to take the gloves off. I don't know why, I had to take the gloves off to do this. But everything that I am gathering in my hand is what's gonna get colored. Everything that is hanging down is gonna remain its natural color. So I didn't do this the last time. I just colored it and hoped that the bottom half didn't get colored. And what was happening was the parts that was hanging down got color on them because the top did touch, but luckily it didn't actually color my hair. So this time I figured I would tie it up, as you see right now. And, ooh, child, you can't even see my scalp. I look like I just got locks just growing out. So this time what I decided to do was take the shower cap, and I'm putting it on the bottom. This way I don't have to worry about my hair, that part getting colored at all, and I can do what I need to. And I decided to take some bobby pins to pin it so that as I'm manipulating my hair and stuff, it's not sliding off. Because if it slides off and I got color on my hands, oh well, I'm not even gonna put it back on, because when I say it was a struggle, y'all, I should have showed y'all the blooper clips. I don't even know if I have any. because it was a struggle. And at this point, I had told you guys it was after 6, I think, and I was still headed home. When I got home, by the time I ate and started my hair, I didn't start till 7 p.m. So this is why it took a day and a half, like literally a day and a half. I didn't finish retwisting till 8 in the morning. And then I still wasn't done. But you guys will find that out a little bit later. So here's my shower cap all pinned up, and then I was able to take the top part off. So you see how it hangs on the shower cap, that I can color it and it won't touch the rest of my hair and everything will be all right. Dropping stuff already. Now I can put on the gloves. Oh, you guys, make sure that when you're coloring your locks or your hair, that you wear something that you do not care if it gets color on it, messed up, whatever. This shirt I had, I went through like 3 shirts. So luckily I had these extra shirts that I really did not care about. So basically you just open up the developer, and that little bottle that has the color in it, obviously that's not the color of the dye that's going in the bottle. That's just, the color of the bottle. But you pour that inside the developer. I'm also pouring a little bit of my developer inside the bottle because I need to make sure I get the color that I want. And that it shows up because my hair is relatively dark. And although I'm coloring the pieces that are already light, you can kind of see here from camera, they're still kind of dark. And they show up a little bit better in the sun, but it's still pretty dark. So I just want to make sure it takes and the color that I want comes out. That color in the cap is still not even the right color. It's just like a faded version of it. So I'm pouring the color into the developer. And it makes a full bottle. I was going to show you, but I was just like, you know what? If I spill this all in the sink, I'm going to be upset. So that's what it looks like in the bottle. Reading directions. Even though I know what I'm supposed to do, I still read anyway. And then this is where you shake. And I don't like this part because my hand was hurting. The first time I did it, my brother helped me out and I gave him the shaking duty because I knew he can do it quicker and have more force behind it so that I wouldn't be shaking for hours. And I'm still shaking. Still shaking. I'm so over it. Okay, don't judge me. I am dipping my hair, just the tips of it, into the developer that I had. This doesn't have the color in it. This is the bottle of developer that I had aside because I want my tips to be light and the rest of my hair to be that color that I got spiced red, but I don't want it to be red. I want it to be like a coppery, reddish, brownish color. And I want my ends to stay light, and the ones that aren't already, I want to lighten them up. So because the developer I have is peroxide, I'm like, you know what? Let me just dip my ends in here to lighten those up, and then the rest of my hair I will color. Trust me, guys, I know how to color hair because you guys are probably going to be like, that's not how you do it. I know how to do it. But when I'm doing things for myself, I do cut corners and do things how I want because it's my hair. And if I mess it up, then it's on me. If I was coloring somebody else's hair, example, Kia, this is not what I would do to you. I would do it the right way the first time I did it. So just know this is only because I'm doing it on myself. And I get so impatient, you guys, because I'm every 2 seconds I kept checking it, like, is it getting lighter? Is it getting lighter? A couple of them might even washed out. I don't even think it was a 25-minute mark, just to see if it got lighter. Because what happens is the color makes your hair look like it's already light with the color on it. Like, I started seeing golden brown, started seeing vibrant red on the top part, and I'm just like, oh, I don't want it to be too golden, or oh, I don't want it to be too red, like fire red. So I wash it out, and it turns out it didn't even take. It's just that's the color that it started formulating while on my hair. Because it turns, and like when you rub it in, even though there's no water on my hair, it starts turning kind of foamy like a lather, and that's what was changing color, not my actual hair. So I just realized that I made that face because that piece that was hanging down was not supposed to be colored on the end. That was actually supposed to be in the shower cap, and I forgot to tuck it. I don't know why or how I missed that. And I'm just like, I don't want to color it. I can't believe I actually did it like this. I wonder if anybody else has colored their hair like this. But it works, so do what works for you. And my little baby locks in the front just sticking out. The only reason why they're that short, guys, is because it actually used to be one lock. If you look at my earlier videos, I think I have a couple before I stopped doing YouTube for a while. You'll see when I first started my locks, I actually had one in the middle. But when my hair started growing longer, it literally came down to like my lip. And it was so annoying. I kept moving it out of my face, especially when I was at work. Every time I would turn or move or try to look or bend down or stand back up, it kept falling back in front of my face and just was annoying. And I would have to wear a bobby pin. I actually split it into two. And so that's why they're smaller, because I had to comb out the lock and then restart them. So that was the color on the envelope, but that's not going to be the color in my hair. It's still darker on the envelope. And now it's time to start. I actually should have started from the bottom and then did the top, because I think I'm doing 2 layers of locks. 2 or 3 layers, I can't remember. Now I'm touching my hair as I'm doing this. 2 layers of locks, just so it's easier to see what I'm doing. As I'm putting it in my locks, I'm also trying to rub it in with my fingers, like smooth it over, because I noticed that sometimes when I do it, it doesn't actually go through and target all the spots. And then the first round, I believe, it only touched the top. It didn't even get underneath. But I did not want it completely done. And I did not want my roots colored, because funny story, the first time I colored my hair, the color actually matched my skin complexion so well that it looked like I didn't have any hair. It just looked like I had locks at the end. And I accidentally colored my edges, which I did not want to do and didn't even realize that I did. So when it came time to wash it out, it just blended in with my skin, and you couldn't really see that I had hair unless you came up close. So this time I was like, you know what? I'm leaving my roots dark, because I want to see that I have hair. And plus, I was going for that ombre color of like my hair being dark, and then that reddish orangish color, and then the lighter tips. So I accomplished my goal. I'm trying to determine how far up to go with the color, because I still want my roots dark without it being too much of a gap. It still looks dark on the glove too. So you can kind of see the lightness of some of them. And some of them actually look lighter than the others. In person, they were really bright. That's what had me thinking that my hair was getting lighter than what I wanted. So I'm going to come back after I finish adding as much color as I want before it's time for me to rinse it out. Okay, so y'all, right? Why when I turn around, I notice I splattered dye everywhere. I thought I was being gentle when I was flipping my hair to check it and make sure I got everything, and I guess I wasn't. This is after I rinsed it out. It was water everywhere, so I couldn't really show you guys that part because it was water everywhere. Texture shot. So here I'm actually putting shampoo in my hair now. This is the part I did get on camera. I didn't show washing out the dye because I did not want to get dye on my phone or anything like that. But this is me putting the shampoo in, and you guys, my hair gets longer when it's wet. I think I've reached the stage where I can no longer wash my hair in the sink. I was doing it for convenience, like splitting it in half, because I found that I was getting it done quicker, but it was very difficult. So this is partially how I keep my hair, in maintenance with the curls on the end. Some people are probably like, why do you even do that when you have locks? Well, because even though I have locks and they are curled on the ends, they start looking kind of scraggly, and then you could see pieces. It's kind of like if you were a loose natural and you went to trim your hair, you could start seeing pieces kind of like going everywhere. And they all don't look curly right now, but they are. And I just don't like it to see, like, if I'm gonna have curls on the end, I don't want it to be all different. I just want it to be like I don't want to say a clean cut, but I don't know. It's just what I do. That is the shampoo that I use every time. And this is the conditioner that I'm going to use. I got a lot. I think I got way too much for that 1/2. Normally I probably use it on both, but I wasn't even paying attention. Honestly, I'm at a stage where I just want to get to the twisting part. Because I'm like, you know what? It's getting late. I have been standing. Y'all, when I do my hair, I stand. I'm not one to sit in a chair because I do a lot of movement, and I use a mirror to turn around. As you guys saw it, a mirror to turn around to look behind me so I could see the back of my head, make sure my parts are straight and everything, because I'm super big on parts. So I can't sit, and the chair will be in the way. And if I got dye on those chairs, because they're like a taupe color, like the bar stool type chairs, those are like, the seats are like a taupe color. And then the other chairs, which would have me way too short, those are cream. Trying to wash my hands off so it's not too much slip when I put on these shower caps. So this is what I do even if I'm not coloring my hair. Like when I just wash it, I do one half first, and I'm taking this shower cap and I'm putting my locks inside. I don't know how many times I've done that through the course of me doing my hair. It was actually pretty secure for the most part, but I still put a bobby pin because with me getting ready to do the second side, I didn't want to accidentally knock it off or it slide off, because the conditioner did give it extra slip and I didn't want to mix it with the other side. So now I'm about to do the same thing to that side. So now that I'm done, I'm just blotting the ends. Adding conditioner. I don't know why I'm smiling and pouring. I should have been paying attention because that looked like it was too much too. I try not to put like a whole lot in there because when it comes time to wash it out, it's the worst. It is the worst. And that's also why I do it in the sink too, so I can see what I'm doing and that I know if I'm actually getting it all out or not. Now my locks got long. I only had them for like a year and a half. Barely a year and a half. I think it'll be a year and a half in November. So now I'm doing the same thing with the bag. Covering the other side. And those of you who have like a lot of hair, even more than me, this bag method is a really easy way of covering your hair instead of trying to bunch it all and fit it all into one bag. So when I wash this conditioner out, this mango one is what I'm going to put on the color, and this coconut one is the one I'm going to put on the bottom half of my hair that I did not color. That coconut one smells so good, you guys. When I was a Loose Natural, I used to use all their products, their shampoo, conditioner. It left my hair so soft, smelled amazing. Look how wet my shirt is. This is why I say, wear something you don't care about. And you see that color in the front? That happened off camera. Squirted right out. I don't even know how my shirt got that wet. But right now I'm checking to make sure I got all of that conditioner out. So you can see how much lighter it is. And you'll see the real color at the end. So I'm recording like this because I don't want to show y'all my hair yet, because what happened was the tips of my hair, some of them stayed light like I wanted, but others you can't really see it. I could see it because I know my hair, but just looking at it you can't see the tips of them. So like the color, you can see the color, but I went and got another box dye and I'm going to color it again. Just the ends of it, and I actually didn't color the ends of it last night, so it's not like I'm recoloring colored hair. So it's not, I'm not adding to it or whatever, and I'm not using bleach, so that's also a plus. But y'all, I did not finish till 8 this morning. Having to color wash, retwist. I did not finish till 8 this morning. My legs hurt, my arms hurt. I had to pee. And then when I noticed that the tips weren't as light as I wanted them to be, then I was like, dang, that's another couple of hours. But I'm about to go home. I'm about to make something to eat first, and then do my hair, because that's gonna be a minute, and I need to get something in my system so it's not like how it was last night. So after all of that, then I'll show you guys what it looks like.